Carl, the dog who knew our world was about to change.
Sit. Spatula. Square root. Spork. Skittles.
Do you believe a dog can know you're pregnant even before you do? Honestly, we didn't either until the day Carl did something we'll never forget. He tilted his head, almost pressing his nose against my belly, trying to understand what was happening inside me. Somehow, Carl sensed that our world was about to change long before we did. From that moment on, he wasn't just our dog anymore. He was something more, like an older brother to the little life growing inside me. It all began one quiet afternoon. My husband and I were sitting on the sofa when I started absent-mindedly rubbing my belly. Carl came over, stopped, and stared at me, really stared. Then he tilted his head quickly and pressed his nose close to my stomach. We laughed, but deep down, I knew he understood something. From that day on, Carl hardly ever left my side. He slept beside our bed, sat at my feet, followed me from room to room. We hadn't told anyone yet, it was still early, but Carl already knew. He picked up on every emotion, every change in my mood, as if there was some invisible thread connecting us. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and see him lying quietly by the bed, eyes open, watching me breathe. He didn't bark, didn't ask for attention, just stayed there, keeping guard. By the third month, we noticed something had changed in Carl's behavior. He used to leap into my lap without warning, but now he'd walk up slowly, look into my eyes, and almost ask, "Is it okay?" He had become gentler, calmer, more patient, even with strangers. Friends started calling him the babysitter. As my belly began to show, Carl loved to rest his head on it. Sometimes he'd fall asleep that way. Those moments melted my heart. I felt completely safe, protected by two beings at once, my husband and our dog. When it came time to tell our families the news, Carl had known for weeks. He watched as we set up the nursery, sniffed every new item we brought home, and when we placed the crib in the corner, he lay right beside it, as if saying, "I'm ready."
Do you like to fart? Aaron wants to know, does Tucker...
The birth went smoothly. When we came home with the baby, Carl was nervous but gentle. He circled around, peeking into the carrier, tail wagging slowly like a child standing in front of a wrapped present, curious but careful. We let him sniff the blanket that the baby had been wrapped in. He took one deep breath, then sat down quietly next to it and didn't move until the baby was placed in the crib. From that moment on, Carl became a big brother. Every morning, he checks where the baby is. If the baby cries, Carl is the first to run to the crib, trying to lick his cheek or bring one of his favorite toys. And when the baby laughs, Carl runs around the room with joy. Sometimes I swear he understands everything, and if he could talk, he'd have the sweetest things to say. The most amazing thing is how Carl himself changed. He used to be loud and full of energy. Now he's calm, thoughtful, patient. It's as if he's growing up right along with us. And if he used to be part of our family, now he is the heart of it. People often say that once you have a baby, you forget about your pets. But for us, it's been the opposite. We love Carl even more now for his gentleness, his patience, and the way he's helped us learn how to be parents. So if you and your family are thinking about adopting a pet, whether it's a dog, a cat, or something a little different, do it with love and commitment. Be ready to treat them as family, because when you do, they'll love you back with everything they have. If Carl's story touched your heart, please give it a like, share it with someone who could use a smile today, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt stories about the animals who make our world a little warmer, because sometimes the biggest lessons in love come from the ones with 4 paws.